I'm going to talk about a subject that's never really been talked about before. No one's ever thought about it or listened about it or griped and groaned or worried or prayed about. Just kidding. People do that all the time in the Mormon church and out. It's just kind of the thing to talk about is Mormon modesty. This subject has been debated to death. So I don't want to, I have no interest in just regurgitating stuff, even if it's good stuff. Um, so here's what's going on. LDS women are counseled to be modest, and we do have specific guidelines. It's because of virtue, of sexual purity, and your body is a temple, blah blah blah. Not blah blah blah, like it's not important. But some people take offense because they think that it's placing this onus of responsibility on women to help keep men's thoughts like sexually pure. Like there have been a few unsavory comments of leaders that have been interpreted, and I think they've been interpreted correctly, unfortunately, that, oh, I thought someone was coming, that, like, unduly, unnecessarily, like, unrightfully kind of places like, there's this infamous quote about, like, walking pornography or whatever, and, like, I certainly don't, that's not worded right, and the concept is not right. So a lot of people are offended. Some people like to get offended. Those people are dumb sometimes. Anyways, I can see a reason that people would be upset. I can see a cause for concern that it's this over focus on modesty, and then we like shun either like, even if it's just mentally or cognitively, like people who like are showing their shoulders or something. Ooh, clavicle. But I don't know, like I had a little bit of that growing up, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And I think people are blowing it out of proportion. I think they are. And this is another thing. I had a guy in my sacrament meeting talk about this. He said like he had like a cousin or a female cousin or something who left the church, and part of what she said was like, it's not my responsibility to keep your thoughts clean. Like that's just like a cop out, and it's completely unfair and sexist. And he thought about it, and he was like, yeah, like you're right. It's not your responsibility to keep men like from lusting after your knees or whatever. But, and I love this part, he said, we'll take all the help we can get. And I really like that a lot. Like, I don't want to like toy with boys and then be like, oh, but you can't think bad thoughts about me because that's your fault. Like, you can be pretty and feminine and even sexy, a little sexy, without being immodest. And I'm not hung up on the guidelines. I mean, they're important to me to observe, but I don't lose sleep over them. And sometimes I think people are, and I think it's stupid. So stop. Ladies, maybe we can give them all the help they can get. That doesn't mean we wear a paper bag. That doesn't mean we aren't ourselves. But, like, we can find a style that's modest, and it's not frumpy, and it's not, like, unfeminine. It's the opposite. It is feminine. It is beautiful, and it is virtuous and chaste. Chaste. So I kind of wish people would just like get off this issue. Like I know it's important. I in absolutely no way condone like rape or any sort of offense against women, like particularly like a sexual offense. So don't say that I'm like glossing over that, because I'm not. I'm not getting into that because it's worthy of a different time where I can really like delve into it. But let's give them all the help we can get, okay? Listen, not to brag or anything, but like when I have a guy's attention, it's not because I'm bearing my body, it's because I'm bearing my soul. And so let's find reasons besides our sexuality to interact with people. Your sexuality is an important part of your identity. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But with the Christian theology, which I believe in, you believe in, Mormons believe in, or they should, sexuality is for your marriage, not for before. So let's not make sex part of this. And that can be really difficult. But don't, yeah, I just see like an article written like every other day about modesty, and I just kind of am like, oh gosh, I just want to go take a nap. So, ooh, as you can tell, I dressed up for this. I wear my yellow. I wear a little bit of yellow every day. Let's be modest. Let's stop writing so many articles on modesty and just, you know what? Forget not the why of the gospel. That's what Dieter Uchtdorf says. Bye.